Hello everyone, Eric with OzoneTCG. Today we're taking a look at something a little bit different. This is not going to be Yu-Gi-Oh related, but it is trading card game related. We are talking about the Lorcana, not sure how it's pronounced exactly. It is Disney's answer to Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, etc. This is going to be their new trading card game. Now they've had a trading card game before. It is pretty cryptic though. And not too many people even know about it or remember it whatsoever. Just kind of died down. But this is a much better alternative to that. So this is going to be just a whole new card game. We don't really know the mechanics whatsoever, but there are 6 cards revealed. There's a Disney Expo going on currently, time of recording this video, over in Anaheim, California. A lot of people are in attendance because, of course, it's Disney. And just as a preface, I actually don't like Disney as a company whatsoever. I don't care for their practices. I don't care for the way they treated employees in the past. But I am very much intrigued by the card game. I try and base, I don't really use my personal experience for Disney itself as the company. I'm really judging it whatsoever. I'm mostly judging it by how the mechanics look and how the cards look and how the art looks. Those are the main 3 things. Does it look like it'll be a fun card game? We'll have to take a look at that. And I can tell you guys straight up, the cards look really, really nice. They are not screen grabs like some other trading card games. I think like Weiss Schwartz uses just screens from like anime series, something like that. But this is not that case. These are actually entirely original illustrations depicting a bunch of classic and iconic Disney characters from here. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at this right now. So this is from a Polygon article. This is just the easiest way to really check this. So again, here is what a lot of the cards look like. We can see, Stitch, Elsa, Cruella de Vil, Maleficent, Robin Hood, and Captain Hook. Let's go ahead and go card by card. There's also a Taylor, Taylor or whatever, Mickey. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at that specifically in a minute, because that is the odd one. It's almost like the kind of like a Black Lotus situation for this. So take a look at these cards. We're gonna take a look at Maleficent here. It looks like, and we're gonna go card by card so we can zoom in on these. From here we can see all the different attributes and all the markings on this card. I'm gonna actually zoom back out from here. So again, the art looks very nice. Some of the displays that they have at the convention currently actually have like extended art right here going out. I know for the Elsa and Mickey cards, they have huge versions of them printed onto walls for the convention. We'll take a look at some of those pictures in a little bit too. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the cards. Again, the art looks really good just for all these. Just even taking a look at it, a quick look at them. Already off to a great start just from those. So, looking at the cards, we have the art. Looks like this is going to be some kind of cost. And then, of course, we have the name and I guess a description of the character. So, monstrous dragon here. This looks like it's going to be a classic character as well. Say that, in some card games, there are like attackers, defenders, mages, etc. Maybe that's what this little symbol here is. I'm actually not sure. I don't think they've revealed any information regarding that so far. Then we have a bunch of different categories. So this is a lot like Cardfight Vanguard, where you have clans depicting different, characters or in Yu-Gi-Oh themes. Magic the Gathering, there are also types. It's just kind of what those are. So it looks like there's Storyborn, Dreamborn, Dreamborn, Storyborn, Floodborn, and Dreamborn. So maybe it's you can only play certain types of cards in this game. Of course, you have villains, and then the actual type of villain that they are. So, of course, Captain's a pirate captain, Maleficent's a dragon, Elsa's, of course, the queen sorcerer, and then Cruella de Vil is just a villain, of course. So, it looks like here is the most obvious. I think this is going to be the attack and defense, effectively, power and toughness, magic, etc. So, health and, attacks, whatever. It seems like this is a correct, a higher value if you have to say it's a mana cost or an energy cost in Pokemon and Magic, non-respectively. This seems about right. A 1, a cost of 1 gives you a 1 power, 1 attack, 2 defense, something like that. 3. So this makes sense from a design standpoint. All these costs add up so far. The interesting thing here is that they have a bunch of different effects, though, and of course they have some flavor text, just like a lot of Magic cards. Looks like a lot of this is based on Magic, really, because you can see the design is quite similar. The border, specifically at the bottom. So here again, this is the ability, and I guess this is just going to be the signature attack of this character, or signature ability. Specifically, when you play this card, you may banish chosen opposing character. What banish means, if it's like a banish in Yu-Gi-Oh where it's separated from the game, or if banishing is simply like discarding or sending to the graveyard, killing, destroying, anything like that in other trading card games. I'm not sure if that's it. So if this is just a destroy one when you play it, we'll have to find out the exact mechanic. I'm actually not sure. This is what intrigued me the most. You guys can see these little, they look like gemstones or, specks of light. I'm not sure what these are. Actually, I have no idea what these are so far. If anyone knows, just from the convention or anything like that, I don't know what they mean, honestly. Maybe it's a rarity. Not sure. Maybe it could indicate rarity. Who knows? Let's go ahead and take a look at these again. So challenger +2 when challenging. Maybe this is when they fight. I don't know. It gets +2 of this. Maybe again, that's attack. It seems like that's the idea. So maybe there's an attack step and a defense step, kind of like in I don't know, Legend of Runeterra, something like that, where you kind of alternate battle phases compared to like Yu-Gi-Oh! Every single turn you get a battle phase. Magic, same thing. Let's go and see. Oh, and then also, it looks like down here, this is going to be the set and edition. So first edition implies unlimited edition, unless, of course, you're Yu-Gi-Oh! Looks like we'll have to see, kind of if there are unlimited versions of the card. Not quite sure. Copyright information. I'm glad that you have the illustrator. Yu-Gi-Oh! Does not do it. Magic and Pokemon do list the illustrator here, and it's always a warm welcome, because we always like to see who's making the cards. I wish Yu-Gi-Oh! Did it, honestly. Some people have been able to find artists in Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of how it is. And then, I don't know what OzoneTCG means. Maybe this is the set code, specifically. English, obviously, so if you get German, it'll probably be DE, Italian, IT, Japanese, JP, etc. Kind of pretty standard. And it looks like this is going to be the exact set number, so 5 of promo 1. That's what I'm going to guess right off the bat. And you can see these guys are not in order. I think Mickey is number 1. Yeah, Mickey is number 1 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, that makes sense there. And again, I'm really impressed with the way that they converted some of these 3D characters. Not really Maleficent or Hook. Most of these are from 2D movies, but Elsa being from Frozen 1 and 2, 3D movie, almost like Pixar. The fact that they converted her into a nice 2D character, pretty cool. So, freeze, whatever this means, I don't know if this means exert chosen opposing character. Exert maybe forces it to battle, forces it to do something. I'm not entirely sure. Again, the flavor text is quite cool. You'll be sorry when this character is challenged and banished. So, okay, so it seems like challenge means when it's attacked, and then banish means it's destroyed, killed off, anything like that. So when this character is challenged, when someone attacks it and it's destroyed, you may return chosen characters to the player's hand. So it feels like it's a compulsory evacuation device for Yu-Gi-Oh! Except it's only when it's destroyed battle. I think there are a couple, like Hain or yeah, Hain is the number one thing. Flipped up, bounce a monster. So it looks like that's kind of what Cruella does here. And honestly, for a cost of 2, again, if we get these resources once per turn, which I'm going to assume, or if you have to play them, I don't know yet. Seems like that's fine, as an effect, good defense. So I don't know if, if you attack, it takes away from their defense permanently, or if they heal. We'll have to see. On to Robin Hood. Let's see. Feed the poor. When you play this character, if an opponent has more cards in their hand than you, draw a card. We don't know how many cards they start in hand, how many cards you can have in the deck. If there's a limit on any of those, anything like that, we have no idea. Good shot during your turn. This card has evasive. You may challenge characters with evasive. Feels like that's flying from Magic the Gathering. And then shift 4 may pay 4 whatever. Who knows what this star is supposed to represent? Maybe this is supposed to be this, whatever this number is supposed to represent, whatever resource is supposed to represent, or if this is also supposed to be resource. You may pay to play this on top of one of your Stitch characters. So maybe this Stitch turns into another Stitch character. I'm not sure. During fans, when you play a character with cost 2 or less, you may exert it to draw a card. Maybe exert is tapping. I don't know if you have to tap like in Magic. Maybe that's what that means. That's what I'm understanding from this. And then, of course, this is the cost based on this card. But if this has you pay cards, if it's an energy card, if it's a land, again in Magic, or if just everything is a cost, we'll have to see what that is. And of course, Mickey, 8 for a 5/5. Looks like that's the second strongest one behind Maleficent. Yeah, and Mickey would challenge that, so maybe. Seems like they're trying to take it slow with this trigger. I do really like the art for Mickey. I think Mickey is my favorite one. Elsa's another really good art for this. So, and then he only has evasive, so only characters with evasive can challenge this card, or this character rather. Really cool here. That's all for the article, but I am really interested on what this means, because everything else is, besides like this little symbol right here, kind of easy to tell where they are just from having experience with some trading card games. We're gonna go ahead and talk about this Mickey promo though. But first, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this. So this is a free promo if you're at the expo right now. So this game actually doesn't come out until the fall of 2023. Probably should have said that earlier. It's not coming out for a while. Basically, we're getting this leaked, or this shown off a year in advance. So around this time next year, we should know a lot more about the trading card game. And I'll be honest, I'm going to definitely cover this. Again, I have no interest in Disney as the company. I do have an interest in trading card games though. So I think this will be really, really cool if it's done right. It is Disney, and even though they've had a failed trading card game before, there is possibility that this will be done correctly. I would like to see more trading card games in general, just more variety for card shops to have, even though it is more product. We'll talk about that in a separate video though. But this is what the front of the card looks like, and honestly, it looks like it's a standard size trading card. I actually don't know if it is. I may end up purchasing one of these just to have, maybe even if it's sealed, something like that. But that's what the front of the card looks like. So front of the card here, we're gonna go ahead and go. I really like the way the back of the card looks like. I'm not sure why this person decided to take the card out though, but I really like the way this looks. So it looks like there are a couple of different colors. It's like there's a kind of a bluish, indigo, purple, yellowish, green, orange, some kind of other colors here. Really good design from here. This is that gem, and then this is the cost for the card. I do want to note this. So this style, these gold lines around here, is what's known as Art Deco or Art Deco. I don't know the exact pronunciation. It's a style or an aesthetic of art dating from the early 1920s to about the mid 30s. So if you guys have seen The Great Gatsby, you've seen the book cover at all, that is Art Deco. Anything like that, we'll talk about more of this in a design video and art videos later. But that is the style, and the reason is because Disney is originally from the 20s. Walt Disney created the original Steamboat Willie cartoon in the early 20s after consulting with Fleischer. There's a whole history of just the first 10 to 20 years of Disney. But I really like how this is a throwback because it looks nice. It is not tacky whatsoever. Magic kind of uses a gothic-ish look, just a generic medieval theme for it. But I really like the way that they use Art Deco or Art Deco for this. It does look nice, and it is symmetrical in that these come down, these have the same lines here and here, but it is asymmetrical in that the bottom half of the card is longer than the top half for these designs. I really want to do a lot of videos regarding set design and how art impacts booster sets in Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh specifically. Maybe Magic will touch upon. I really like the way these look, and honestly, you don't see them usually. Again, if these are standard size, whatever, you'll see them in the back of sleeves, or rather, you'll put these in sleeves so you won't see the back unless you're using a very light color. You shouldn't. But it is nice that these exist. So like Final Fantasy uses like a matte finish on the back, and that's one of the really cool aspects of that trading card game. However, we're going to talk about the price. So this was the really interesting thing. These cards are expensive. I mean, I expected, these kind of promos to kind of have hype, but this is a lot. I don't know if all of these are sealed. It looks like, I don't know if this is sealed. Looks like the pin is sealed, but I think they might just be giving these out as just like obviously it's a promo, but not as a sealed promo, and then the rest of these are just whatever. Characters, whatever. So it looks like, I can't tell from here. Honestly, if you guys are watching this, I want to see what this, like what size this is, unless this is like a new size or whatever. I honestly have no idea. This is really weird. Maybe we'll talk about some of this. So this is signed. I don't recommend getting these cards signed unless you really like the artist. I can't tell if this is the creator, this Nicholas Cole, whoever drew this. I'm not sure. The pin looks really cool though, not gonna lie. But this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, don't know if you really want to pay $1,000. Maybe it'll be worth more in the future. Honestly, I don't know. But there are some people who are selling this for like $200 to $300, maybe a little bit less. Honestly, I would, even though again I have no interest in Disney as a company collecting anything like that, I will probably end up picking up one of these just because it's really cool. So here we have, again, this card. This is the card that I was looking at originally. Looks like, yeah, it looks like they're not sealed whatsoever. However, this looks like it's different. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. So it looks like this is like a whole pack. I really like that. Okay, so it looks like that's that's a top loader. So it looks like this is a standard size. Oh, this has the actual cards on it. Oh, wow. That is, no wonder it's $3,500. If I wanted to buy into this, I would. This is a big collector's item. Disney hits. Oh. So maybe they have different cards in here? I'm not sure. But I'm not surprised that it's commanding these prices. I think it's completely justified. Honestly, this is a huge deal, having one of the biggest corporations in the world introduce their own trading card. Disney is bigger than Hasbro, who owns Wizards of the Coast, and that Magic is the biggest card game right now. Honestly, I'm not surprised. They can just pour money into this and probably be fine, honestly. Just hire whoever they want. I actually live a couple hours from Disney. Maybe I'll have to take a trip next year. Never been there. Take a trip to try and see these cards. This is really interesting. I didn't even know this until literally just scrolling down. Definitely justified. I'm not sure about just the Mickey cards and the pin themselves. It looks like people are selling each of these pieces individually. So yeah, so the Lorcana from here, Lorcana, whatever it is, from here, but it looks like these aren't even centered properly. It's kind of funny. I don't know. Okay, so that's just the card. I don't know why they're using the extended art, but I hope that there are like foil versions of this and some other something else from here. But honestly, $100 to $200 for a promo like that, probably not bad, considering we're still a year away from seeing any other kind of reveals or from the actual release. We'll probably get more information again around this time, maybe a little bit sooner than exactly 12 months from now. I will definitely cover this. I know we're primarily a Yu-Gi-Oh channel. I do want to expand into other card games like Pokemon and maybe even Lorcana, whatever it is. Let me know what you guys think about this. We'll probably have some more videos regarding this again and some arts with set design and all of that. And thank you as always for watching.